everybody, welcome to episode 39 of Building with Sand. It is Thursday, March 7th, 2013, and we are not standing in the bazaar. If you've been paying attention last couple episodes, you realize that I'm kind of burned out. I'm working on the bazaar, and so I'm going to take another step away from it today. I do want to get back to it, and I do want to finish it, but today instead we're going to work on something that I've been wanting to do since first episode of this series, which is work on finishing the palace. And I think we can do, there are a few ideas for things to improve the palace and kind of update its look. And I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've also wanted to move into the palace at some point, so we could work towards that. The first idea I have is I've had this area over here for a while, and I've really wanted to do like a topiary. Problem is I didn't really had any ideas for what that entailed and what I want it to look like. It's odd. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I had this set up right. Okay, it's 17 by 19. Okay, so I did actually do the torches right. I did have an idea. It went like this. Let's see how I had it. You played Minecraft long enough, hopefully this shape will be apparent to you, and it doesn't look right to me at all. How did I do this? This is a little weird. I had done this before and it didn't look that odd. Give me a second. I know I did something better before. Okay, I see. Well, that doesn't help me. Problem is that I had done this before on a even numbered thing, so that's an issue. And of course I didn't bring any shears. So here I was thinking I had this episode planned out for once, and I screwed it up from the get-go. Where did I put those? This makes it more difficult on me now, because now I have... Well, maybe not. I have an odd-numbered plot. Isn't that big of a deal if set this up right. I'm wondering if I should use a different color leaves, because these oak leaves will change color. So that kind of makes things difficult. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. Well, not really. I think we're okay. Actually, now look at it. One final look. Okay. Okay, this should look much better. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. What we can do is put in like 3 of them, match it on the other side, and have them like, not side to shoulder to shoulder. Do something like this. Whoops. There we go. That should match, I think. And then I'm gonna put one right about here. I came up with a few different ideas of like topiary-ish things I could do in Minecraft, and a lot of them were way too big. The only one that I came up with that looks convincing was a chicken. And even that one was kind of big. This was the best one I could really had. I mean, it looked like what I meant it to look like the most. So I'm gonna stick with these. And I mean, all I wanted it to look like was that we had shaped bushes on purpose, and I think this does it. I don't even have to have a lot of them. Now, ideally, I should probably do something like put up some more these, like probably ring around this. That would probably look nice. I'm gonna get more leaves. So we're working over here in the around the palace because of the that's weird. I have oak and birch. Maybe we should look at birch because birch might not change color. If that's the case, though, I'm going to need to rebuild these. You know what we'll do, actually? We will keep those and do the hedges in birch. It'll have a little bit of different color differentiation. I don't think it'll look better that way. Unless I use these birch leaves or something. I really wish this grass in the desert wasn't so dead looking though. But it gives it a much different look, I think, than if we had it all one color. So that this might stand out a little more, but at least you can the creepers stand out a little better, and that kind of deader green actually makes it look a little more like a creeper in my opinion. It's more of that yellowish green is closer to that lime green that they are, or that neon green. That looks fine to me. I don't know what you guys think. You let me know. Maybe you should swap these? I can speak English, I swear. Now, where did I do this? hoping that I had the same setup over here. My torches. One down, two to go. How did I do it? Back here. I did it in line with a torch. They don't line up exactly perfect. I don't think it's a big deal. I won't notice really, unless somebody is super anal about that stuff. I don't think anyone else will. I don't think anyone else would care anyway. And I had another one. Where did I put it? On the opposite side of the torch. More birch again. Seems like it's my typical thing, but I am constantly forgetting the correct number, the correct amount of materials for my projects. Hopefully I always keep things close at hand. They're really close. One thing to do would probably be perhaps to put lighting in the ground and avoid having to use torches. We'd probably put lighting underneath the all these leaves. That'd be smart to do. And then one in the center. I'm not sure if I should go do glowstone or I think glowstone would look better with the grass. I don't have glowstone here. I think I have glowstone over there. Come on. One day I'm going to actually move those move these fences and put more gates in or something. Luckily I have ender pearls for days. That's not a problem. Problem with this area is it's big. I don't want to put down torches and then have it be too dark, or put down glowstone and then it's too dark. Should have done this probably before doing this work, but whatever. Too late now. I was actually just thinking of keeping it as keeping it torches, but I think I would like to go away from using only torches. Are you using too many torches? It's not even close to nighttime, so I can test this out. Not that I really need to, it just helps. Where do I need torches? Start taking out the center ones. How bad does it get? Pretty bad. Question is, where do I want them? They don't stick out so badly. I had torch there, do I need this one? Maybe what I'll do is just put it in the ground and forget about it. Okay, does that function well enough that we don't need light anywhere else? Here's so. That'll work. It's not as obtrusive. It'd probably be a lot harder to see it if it was, I don't know, maybe. If it was just redstone lamps? I don't know if there's anything I could put over it to make it look better, but since there's already all these creepers here, I don't think it's a big deal, and if you're at a distance you won't really notice it anyway because of the hedges. So, we'll do that over here. Do it more in an orderly fashion. So, recently, I've been struggling to do Minecraft episodes, and that's probably no big surprise to anyone who's been watching. And I'm thinking I'm going to drop to 2 episodes a week, starting, actually, I want to say I'm going to drop to a minimum of 1 episode a week, but shoot for 2 right now. For sure. And that's so I can do more quality episodes, and we have less episodes where I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what we should do. I mean, I know I have a lot of plans for things I want to do. It's just getting hung up on certain things like doing Bazaar. And that actually took a lot longer. And since it's still ongoing, it took a lot longer to do than I anticipated. And part of it is that building it wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was... After in the end, it was actually filling it up that I'm struggling with, because it's incredibly large, and I have problems with trying to figure out what I should put in Bazaar. It's not a big deal. The building is done. The majority of everything is done, and it's just filling in Bazaar. And maybe it's just that it's going to stay like that for excuse me, for a while until I can come up with what belongs in there. And maybe it'd be a good thing because then I can always have space for expansion. I'm not really sure. And I would like to get to work on doing a lot of other stuff in the city. Maybe it'd be better off that I, instead of focusing all the time on a singular build like I've been doing, that I am willing to take breaks in between, or you know, during builds and build multiple things at the same time. That's kind of how I function in my real life, is I do multiple hobbies all the time, and I'm doing multiple projects all the time, and I go back and forth between them. So maybe it'd be better off for me to do that in Minecraft, since that's kind of how I prefer to multitask. And I'll get more done, because if I'm tired and working the bazaar, I'll go down somewhere else like this, work on the palace. So probably that's what we're going to do, is switch over to that kind of thing. And if I get to the point where I am actually doing so much work that I can fill up 3 episodes a week again, or 4, like I had done in the past, then we'll go back to that, and it'll be more flexible. It's a good thing. One thing I'm thinking with this is that I want there's a few things that a few ideas I have for the palace. Briefly upstairs up here, I'm waiting for the next patch for one, so that I can fix this, because it's going to break instantly. Number 2 is this area is a big waste of space, unfortunately. And so I want to change that and put stuff up here. What I'm thinking I need to do is put like a dining room, make this like a big dining room. Have a big table with a lot of chairs and stuff. And then we'd have these separate rooms. And what I want to do is make these like little hookah smoking rooms. I'm going to put a hookah here with a table. You already have mats in this one. And then I came through earlier and I put a couple pictures in. And what I want to do is make it like an art gallery up here. Maybe I won't even do the... Well, I want to do something with the center. Maybe a big table, that would make sense, something like that. Yeah, Sultan's got to eat somewhere. And I want to put like seating and plants and stuff all over the place. It would be awesome if I could do something like a hanging garden in here, but I don't have any idea how it would look good for that. So, not yet. We'll not think about that yet. Otherwise, maybe I should put something in here. I can't go deep into this, fortunately, but I could put like seating up here with a table. I just need to make this room feel like it's been lived in more, and I want to put a bunch of paintings, so there's like kind of like an art gallery thing going on. Because we're the Sultan, right? We have all this money for this big palace. We should fill it with expensive looking things. But that's not what we're gonna work on right now. What I want to work on is, I feel like this pool should be lit up, because most of the other pools are. Just a couple pieces of redstone lamp should go into it, and we can take care of that quickly. I already have 3. Thinking I have enough redstone for 6. Just enough. The question I have to ask myself now, is this an odd numbered pool? And it is, so we're lucky. Okay. This is the center. There. Problem is, I'm gonna have to actually... pretty sure I can't put down... Well, maybe if I'm super fast about it, I might be able to put down switches and then the lamps really quick. Most likely not the case. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something too for the end of this episode I just found. As you can hear that zombie. Where's my switches? I don't have any levers. I on purpose brought wood for that purpose. Does that make sense? On purpose, on purpose? Here we go. Let's see if I can do this really quick. No. Denied. Okay. Well, let's fix the... We can do this real easily. I have to sacrifice some sand. There. Okay. Rather sacrifice dirt. Lever and... That's not right. Uh-oh. Get it. Another theme I'm going for at the palace is it should be well lit, for one. And two, there should be a lot of water. And then three, there should be a lot of green. Which is why I'm wanting to put all these plants up. Now, I think the more we can make it not look too much like a desert, the better. Because I think that's like a, you know, if you're in the desert and you're rich, you don't want to feel like you're living in sandy, harsh environment all the time in the heat. So there should be finding ways to decrease that discomfort that is gained by living in the desert. If we had some sort of thing that act as refrigerators and air conditioning, it would do that, but we don't exactly. And we don't exactly have cars or anything. I can't like go be the Sultan guy of like Saudi Arabia that, or whoever that owns like 10 million cars and fancy cars and stuff and all that, and be an oil baron. And this in this version of Minecraft, it's unlike in Feed the Beast and Tech-It, there's no oil, so he can't be an oil baron. But we do what we can in vanilla. I think that's what counts. Finally, we have lighting here, and yeah. So we're actually not getting as much done this episode as I thought we would. I have a lot more I want to do, and I think we'll run through it right now, and so I can give you guys an example, or so you guys know what to expect next time, and I can work on it over the course of the next between now and the next episode. What I want to do with the corners over here is, you know, you could do that. Absolutely no idea you could do that. I know you could. I knew you could like put a torch under sand that was dropping really quick and do that. I had no idea you could put sand right on top of a torch. Gives me a lot of ideas. Anyway, I wanted to put like some sort of fountain slash yeah, like pool here in the corner. And it probably won't be raised like this. Maybe it will. Actually, it might be. I like that. Something like this. But in this corner and the corner over there, I'm going to put some flowing water. Over here, in these two corners, I have absolutely no idea. For a while, I was thinking I could put little rooms out on smaller buildings that weren't touching the larger one. That would give us a roughly a 4 deep wide building. It's not really anything fancy, so I don't know. I was thinking of putting pools back here too. I don't know. What I might do actually is put grass down in the corners, a little similar to this area. Put grass out here. Probably not put like anything in it except for like I'll put flowers and some hedges. I'm thinking of maybe I should do is put more hedges around the building too. And similar on the other side over here. One thing I want to do is the outside of these buildings are a little plainer than I like. And what I plan to do is get some stairs and do some work on the outside of the buildings to give them some more depth, which I think will help a lot. That'll be a huge pain to do on camera because there's a lot of it to do and I have to make a bunch of stairs. So I'll probably do that off camera. On the inside, we talked about that actually already. Upstairs. Downstairs here, I actually have no plans whatsoever to change anything in here. I really like this already. It's just an entry hall. It's supposed to be fancy looking, so this is not going to change. Out here I want to change a bunch of stuff. I think I should do is put hedges around the palm tree areas. What I definitely want to do is add a pool on both sides in the front here. A long rectangular pool. Right here and over there. On the ends here, I'll probably keep this open, but I might put some hedges down here too. Or something. That might be something too. I should put hedges along the edge of the palace itself. Now that I'm thinking of using plants more. That would also decrease the amount of half slabbing I've been doing. Also here, what I want to do is have a flowing pair of fountains that go down, potentially flow into the pools. These will take out some of these fences. And then on top of that, over here, I want to put pools in underneath, and actually maybe around, with pools with fountains, around the swords, with the base of the swords. What we're doing is adding a lot of plants, a lot of water, and I want to give some more depth to the buildings, and I think that'll be the majority of what we do in terms of working on the palace, except for the building over there. In the back part of the building, or like the Sultan's house, even though it's all the Sultan's house, I do want to do something like, well, I need to put a bedroom in, and I was having that idea of like an automated clothing dispenser, so potentially that's somewhere. Still need to hook up the back, the secret entrance, and I'm also thinking of putting a storage room back there for fancy expensive things. Well, we're potentially looking at 2 episodes, this and 2 more, maybe, of me working on this palace until maybe we'll get back to Bazaar. The next one, it's kind of when ideas spring to mind, is what is what I'm thinking. Once I start getting some more creative juices flowing for the Bazaar, we'll go back to it. And until then, I want to work on progressing the city and progressing the palace, which is a huge focal point, and I think is a big thing that's been needing an update ever since we started on this series. One last thing before we go is I heard some zombies down here, and I wanted to. So I tunneled down, was looking, and I ended up finding a significantly large. I don't know how far back it goes, since I can't really. But I found a large enough ravine down here, and potentially there's another one on the other side of this. I haven't used an X-ray machine yet. I will eventually. It looks like it might go further that way. We have this ravine running through here to make a lot of noise and be annoying. I think I might go down there in the future, either on camera or maybe next caving episode, whenever that comes, or I will just go down there on my own and take a look and just see what kind of stuff is down there, if we can find diamonds or whatnot. There's a lot of those kind of things running through the desert. And actually the idea I had, that I meant to say, was ultimately there's going to be a sewer system running through the city, and it's going to go throughout the entirety of the city. And I think this will be a good place for it to start. And what I was thinking, I was actually having a river go through the city, like through here, like down, since I've had this area here, and not on the other side because we have a road going through there, but over here we just have a whole bunch of nothing. And what I'm thinking is having a river that runs through here, down this way, all the way down, maybe as far down as to the where the, I guess, our little bay is over here, and that will create a nice, interesting, not natural barrier, but barrier that runs through the city. We'll have more water, less sand for one, and I think it'll look kind of cool. And it will also, what I want to do is, on that far end over there, it'll have it eventually run down to like a sewer grate and go into the sewers, which is something I wanted. So that's great, and I can have a little bridge and all that fun stuff. So that's an idea I have right now, and maybe include that into working on this palace right now, or working on the palace and this project that we've just undertaken. So this is all we have to look forward to in the coming episodes as I do a facelift to the palace, and we'll see where it takes us. And we will get to the bazaar, don't get me wrong there. I don't think there occasionally are projects that I have yet to finish in the city, but it doesn't mean they won't get finished ever. And I want to emphasize that. We will finish them. It just kind of, some things have to change first, or I have to get the creative ideas, the creativity going before that happens. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, or at least don't feel let down that I am ignoring the bazaar. And we'll be getting further on in the city. I have no intention of letting this series go. I just have to maybe tone it down a little. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.